Welcome to a wild ride through the courtroom of the one, the only Judge Judy. Known for her sharp wit and no-nonsense approach to justice, Judge Judy has presided over some of the most outrageous cases you could ever imagine. From stolen dogs to Tupperware parties gone awry, her courtroom has seen it all. And we're about to dive into some of the most unbelievable moments from her bench. So fasten your seatbelts because court is now in session. Our first stop in this journey of outrageousness is the infamous case of the stolen dog. Now buckle up, folks, because this is one for the books. It all began when the plaintiff, a devastated dog owner, accused the defendant of dognapping. Yes, you heard that right, a full-fledged dognapping. The defendant, on the other hand, maintained that they had found the dog wandering the streets, lost and alone. They claimed to have taken the dog in, out of the goodness of their heart. But the plaintiff was not buying it. They were certain that this was a clear-cut case of theft. As the case unfolded, we were treated to a slew of outrageous excuses from the defendant. They argued everything from "the dog followed me home" to "it looked like it needed a change of scenery." Talk about audacity! But if you think that's outrageous, just wait until you hear what Judge Judy had to say. In her iconic style, Judge Judy dismissed the defendant's excuses with her sharp retorts. She fired back with, "Dogs don't just follow people home, this isn't a cartoon. And a change of scenery, this isn't a vacation, it's a courtroom." Then came the moment that had everyone on the edge of their seats. In a dramatic turn of events, Judge Judy ordered the dog to be brought into the courtroom. She then commanded, "Let the dog choose." The room fell silent as the little pup, with a wagging tail and a confused look, was set down in the middle of the courtroom. And then, with a joyous bark and a flurry of excited tail wags, the dog made its choice. It ran straight into the arms of the plaintiff, its rightful owner. The court erupted in cheers, and even the usually stoic Judge Judy couldn't help but crack a smile. And that, dear viewers, was just the beginning. So stay tuned for more outrageous moments from the courtroom of the one and only Judge Judy. You won't believe what happens next. Next up, we have the case of the broken tooth. Now this one is a real jaw-dropper. Picture this. A woman walks into Judge Judy's court, suing her ex-boyfriend for a hefty dental bill. She claims he's the reason she needed a root canal. Sounds straightforward, right? But as with any good courtroom drama, things quickly took a turn for the bizarre. You see, the defendant, her supposed ex-boyfriend, claimed he had no memory of the plaintiff. Yes, you heard that right. This man stood before Judge Judy and, with a straight face, declared he couldn't recall ever dating the woman. Now, we've all heard of selective amnesia, but this was something else entirely. Of course, anyone who knows Judge Judy knows she's not one to be easily fooled. Her disbelief was palpable. She looked at the defendant, her eyes narrowing, her expression one of incredulity. She asked him, not once, not twice, but 3 times, to confirm that he indeed did not remember the plaintiff. Each time he responded with the same unbelievable claim of amnesia. But Judge Judy wasn't having any of it. She dismissed his claims as nothing more than a poor attempt to evade responsibility. She reminded him that in her court there's no room for dishonesty or evasion. She pointed out that his shifty behavior only served to undermine his credibility, not protect it. In the end, Judge Judy ruled in favor of the plaintiff. She ordered the defendant to pay for the dental bill, saying that he couldn't simply brush off his responsibilities. And there you have it, folks. The case of the broken tooth. An outrageous tale of a forgotten relationship and a dental bill that couldn't be ignored. In Judge Judy's court, not even a tooth goes unnoticed. Now we come to the case of the Tupperware party. This is a tale that takes us into the realm of the ordinary, yet escalates into something completely extraordinary. Imagine this. A woman, let's call her Jane, decides to sue her friend. We'll name her Linda for not paying for Tupperware. Yes, you heard it right, Tupperware. Those handy plastic containers that have become a staple in kitchens worldwide. This case had its fair share of outrageous moments. Judge Judy, known for her wit and forthright demeanor, had a field day with this one. As the details of the case unfolded, it became clear that Linda, the defendant, claimed she never received the Tupperware. This, despite Jane's insistence that she had indeed delivered them. The courtroom, usually a place of solemnity and severe decorum, was filled with suppressed laughter and incredulous stares. Linda, for her part, remained steadfast in her claim of Tupperware amnesia, creating an atmosphere of disbelief. But it was Judge Judy's response that truly stole the show. Her sarcastic remarks about Linda's memory, or lack thereof, were the icing on this absurdly delicious cake. She quipped, So, you're telling me you don't remember receiving a bunch of plastic containers? The look on Linda's face was priceless, a mixture of surprise and discomfort, as if she had been caught with her hand in the proverbial cookie jar. It was clear that Judge Judy was not buying her story. This case, as ludicrous as it may seem, serves as a reminder of the many ways disputes can arise in our everyday lives. It also highlights Judge Judy's keen ability to cut through the nonsense and get to the heart of the matter, even when the matter revolves around something as mundane as Tupperware. And so, in this courtroom drama, we've seen the gamut of human behavior: friendship, betrayal, denial, and a dash of comedy, all bundled up in one Tupperware case. It's clear that under the gavel of Judge Judy, no case is too small, no detail insignificant. In this court, even Tupperware takes center stage. From stolen dogs to forgotten Tupperware, Judge Judy's courtroom has seen it all. Let's take a moment to reflect on the outrageousness we've just witnessed. We began with the case of the stolen dog, where we saw a legal battle over a canine companion that was more dramatic than any Hollywood movie. The claimant and defendant sparred with words, throwing accusations as if they were in a boxing ring, not a courtroom. The audacity of the thief to sell the dog and the audacity of the buyer to fight for ownership left us all astounded. Then, we moved on to the case of the broken tooth. A dinner party turned into a dental disaster, with a tooth taking the fall. This case was a wild ride, with the defendant's outrageous denial of responsibility and the claimant's absurd demand for compensation. It was a spectacle that left us questioning the boundaries of responsibility and the limits of liability. And who can forget the Tupperware party fiasco? The hostess who thought she could get away with not honoring her return policy, and the guest who wouldn't let it slide. It was a showdown of stubbornness, a battle of wills, and a testament to the outrageous lengths people will go to over plastic containers. In Judge Judy's courtroom, the outrageous becomes the norm. Thanks for joining us on this wild ride.